So I do not think this is as big of a deal that some people are making it. But if you do find out that your PACT claims that have already been adjudicated, whether you're rated or not, if the VA is picking and poking and touching them, they're re-adjudicating those claims. And here is why. I know that sounds scary, all right? Don't be alarmed. We'll walk through this. It's probably going to apply to a smaller number of veterans than you think. All right. So this just came out September 3rd, 2025. This is the summary. You can this is the VA OIG report. You can download it. We don't have time for that. Okay. That's huge. The summary pretty much is all you need. And then you see the recommendation here. We'll start with this. Ensure a disability compensation examiner who has completed PACT Act training provides an independent assessment and medical opinion for the 29 VHA and 5 VBA non-presumptive PACT Act opinions identified in the report, blah, 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 and re-adjudicate the claims as needed, right? So if you're service connected, that could be a bad thing for you. And if you're not, that could be a good thing for you, all right? So here we go. VA provides compensation for 2 veterans for service-connected disabilities. Veterans file claims for this compensation, and in some cases, a disability compensation medical examination is needed for VA staff to decide these claims. Disability compensation examiners must complete training courses before conducting an exam, and the PACT Act resulted in additional training. The OIG conducted this review to determine whether VHA examiners and VBA contract examiners, so CMP exams provided by the VA, CMP exams through OptumServe, LHI, there's a new one now, are complying with training requirements, including the recently added PACT Act training before completing related medical exams. The team found that 29 out of 100 VHA medical opinions reviewed were provided before PACT Act training was completed. That's not good. They had a small sample size, and 29 of those, 29%, wasn't good. Okay? Not good at all. Now, this is what I think is going to be the impact. Here's our VA presumptive list. It has most of the presumptives by era, so that's Vietnam era. Scroll down, you'll see Gulf War post 9/11. Here we go. Boom, we're in PACT Act territory right now. Vietnam, yes, but I think the biggest deficiency in opinions is going to be under right here, MUCMIs. This isn't your regular presumptive. Okay, it's a medically unexplained chronic multi-symptom illness, meaning, hey, I have IBS. Okay, well, where did that stem from? Did it stem from that? Nope. Did it stem from this? Nope. That? Nope. This? Nope. I don't know where it came from. The doctor, your healthcare team, does not know where your IBS stems from. All right, and therefore it's medically unexplained. And boom, that's how you get awarded IBS as a, I'm going to call it pseudo presumptive. Okay, it's an MUCMI. Some people say MUCMI. Same thing for chronic fatigue. Okay, hey, is it that? Nope. Is it that? Nope. Is it that? It's kind of like a process of elimination. It's not all of these things. Boom, we have chronic fatigue syndrome, similar with Gulf War illness, which, by the way, just got its new ICD code. Some people are saying diagnostic code, which that is what an ICD code is. Within the context of VA, it's not. That DC's diagnostic codes are 38 CFR. You're not going to find that, at least just not yet. But through the ICD, which is International Classification of Diseases, Gulf War illness has been added, right? And so I think the biggest impact is going to be to these 3 specifically. And then we have all of our symptoms that are undiagnosed illnesses here, like headaches. Headaches can be a pseudo presumptive. One of my friends, former coworkers, has headaches as a pseudo presumptive under MUCMI. All right. All these fatigue, skin, headaches, muscle pain, joint pain, neuro, upper lower respiratory system, sleep disturbance, gastro, cardiovascular, weight loss, and menstrual disorders. All of these are MUCMIs. This is where I think the biggest deficiency is probably going to be. I don't know that. Because you look at the rest of the PACT Act stuff. For instance, let's go to something more common, like asthma. That's the easy peasy PACT Act. It's a true presumptive, if you will. Okay. Chronic bronchitis, COPD. These two are the most common, hands down, is rhinitis and sinusitis, right? If you look at the 30th CFR, you'll see allergic rhinitis as the most common there. But these two are the most common. Asthma's probably number 2 on this list, and then I would go to say IBS would be up there as well. Probably headaches within that top 5. Okay, so anyways, that's the OIG report. I'll leave this down below in the pinned comment. I don't think it's going to be a huge impact, but if your claim is readjudicated, this goes both ways. Okay, someone who is untrained that gave you a favorable medical opinion, that claim may be readjudicated. And because they didn't have the proper training, they didn't know really what to do. And so the VA might take that away. And I know that really sucks. On the other hand, if you were denied service connection and someone who was untrained had their hands in this, that could be readjudicated and you potentially could be service connected. You could also just be denied again just by someone who's trained this time. So I think it goes both ways. I don't think it's going to be the biggest impact or like a huge life-changing impact. But I would probably argue it'll be under MUCMIs versus your normal easy peasy presumptives. Anyways, that's all I got. And thank you very much.